Thank you everyone for waiting. This is the second season of Cooking with Steven, and on the first episode, we are going to make Mapo Tofu. Now to the markets.
Fresh is always good. Take a look at. Welcome everyone to the second season of Cooking with Steven. Now today, I'm dedicating the second season to a guy called Francesco Corleone because he sent me a very nice fan mail and that really encouraged me when I was in San Francisco doing my research. And in his honor, I'm making the dish called Mapo Tofu today that most people are familiar with. Now, you know black bean garlic sauce. Today we are using a variant of it, the one with the chili in it. And beyond that, I need to introduce a second ingredient to you, tofu. Why am I doing it here in a Chinese market, Lee's market in Albany again? That's because most people are familiar with tofu only in American context, where you think it's watery, bad tasting, a health food supplement. It's not that great, but actually it could be really good if you play around with the texture and so on. So let's see, we have the firm tofu right here and the soft tofu. Look, individually packaged, you don't have to put it in the fridge. It lasts for a long time and it's a lot better, and this is a Japanese brand, so it's even better than that. And one last note, now, people complain that I look really dull last season because I look the same all the time. Okay, people, all my clothing is in Singapore and Hong Kong. The only thing that I managed to bring with me are a few shirts and a lot of ties. So I'm changing my ties this season. Don't complain now, right? Back to the kitchen. So now that we're back in the kitchen, Mapo Tofu. First up, how do we get this into this? Very simple. Sharp knife. Saw it open. Some wastage, doesn't matter. So this is good to have the firm one. Remember, firm tofu is just soft tofu with less water. It's like cheese. Firm cheese is not all cheeses, but usually firm cheeses are cheeses that's been pressed. So you have less liquid in there. See, this right here, you realize why I said get firm and not get soft, because even the firm with a sharp knife, it's disintegrating on me. So, sorry, I can't help it. And you realize just now when I cut it in half, I had it touch my hand. Not a big deal. Just don't be an idiot and pull your knife towards you, because that's how you cut something, yeah? And now I'm going to put this here. So that's my tofu. The next part for this dish is actually very simple. You have garlic, some ginger, scallions, ground pork. This is for garnish. It's Chinese parsley or cilantro, something like that. And remember, the all-important sauce. So I'm moving my pork and my stuff and this and that and this. Some oil. Basic thing in Chinese cooking, you usually when you have oil in there, you want your garlic to be the first thing in. Once you smell the garlic, you can add your other stuff in. Okay, so I put my garlic in, a fair amount. Garlic is actually good for you because in Chinese tradition, it gets rid of the coldness or the excess moisture in your system. No, not in your that system, but your overall human body's thing. And it helps circulate the blood, and it's good for getting rid of your germs and so on within your body. So you realize that I'm not putting all my ginger, and I'm keeping some of my scallions for afterwards, because in Chinese there's a saying, cook ginger, cook ginger and more or less raw scallions. Okay, so right now you can hear the sound. I smell the garlic. Sorry you can't smell it, but trust me, it smells good. And make sure it's on high flame right now. Oops, off the lighting. I'm gonna put a fair amount of the ground pork in. You see how pink it is instead of deep red? That's because I have a lot of fat in this packet of ground pork. Put it aside. So at this point, I need to lower the heat a little bit because my garlic is starting to turn golden. I miscalculated the heat. Look, this is a very strong flame, so I'm dropping it a little bit, yeah? Okay. Okay, so right now you see most of it has turned pink on the, not pink, but turned light, whitish brown, yeah. Oh yeah, one thing that I've forgotten to say is that you could add a little bit of salt. The reason for adding salt is that it changes the, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, right? I think the solubility of the thing, because it allows the liquids within the meat cells to come out. Now, when do you add this good stuff right here? Now, that's the question. So, okay, right now it's more or less been soaking up the liquid. I'm going to be generous with the chili because I like it spicy. And do note that this paste is fairly salty. So 1 heap, let's see, who cares, right? If it's too salty, just have more rice, right? That works too. Francesco, once again, this is for you. Thank you very much. At this point, here goes the scallions. Now it's back in. Turn down the flame a little bit to medium because it's starting to stick by my non-stick pan. That's not good. That means that most of the liquids has been evaporated. Now, voila, that goes in. This is the part where you have to use really caution because the tofu is very delicate and fragile. You do not want to go like that, right? Up by the side, go down, slowly flip it up. Alright? Oops. This is what you do not want, cutting your tofu in half. Bad stuff. Okay, so at this stage it would be a good idea just to add some water. Doesn't really matter how much. Pour it in. Let it steam a little bit. I like the way it's boiling. I should turn the flame off right now. I get it into that. Let's see. Now, one thing to note about dishes with this amount of sauce is that you might want to thicken it. You thicken it by adding cornstarch to a little bowl of water and mixing it up, pouring it into this thing, turning off the flame. And what it does is it allows the flavors to bind to your meat and your tofu and so on. It's like a beautiful marriage that is enacted in your mouth with the rice, yeah? Let's see, carefully. If I'm in a restaurant, my chef would probably be yelling at me right now because there's the unspoken 1-inch rule and everything keep clean from the sides. I'm not good at doing that. And I could sprinkle some Chinese parsley on top. Yeah, just some rough chops. Right here, and then some larger pieces for the contrast, so I can take a photo afterwards, right? For Francesco. Thank you very much. Until next episode, Cooking with Steven. I refuse to believe that pigs are stupid animals because they're actually really smart. And I've had pig brains before. Sorry, don't ask me why. My parents made me have it when I was a little child because they say that that makes you become smarter. If you eat the brain, it helps your brain. If you eat the feet, it helps your feet.